and welcome to Jen's Crazy Kitchen. I am Jen and this, as you can see, is my crazy kitchen. So this morning we're going to be making some waffles. We're going to be using the puff waffle pan, and I'll start with making the batter. We have the large batter bowl here, which I love. It's a great mixing bowl. It's got a spout here that you can pour with. So I'll get started. So we're going to add a teaspoon. We're going to use our adjustable measuring spoons, which are super handy because you don't have to fumble around in the drawer to find the right size. You just slide and find the right amount. So 1 teaspoon, here we go. 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 baking spoon, no, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, in that goes, and then 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And then we're going to whisk that up. And by whisk, for me, I'm going to mean that I'm going to do I'm just going to use a fork. There we go. And we'll make sure that's all measured carefully and mixed together carefully. And then we will add some other ingredients. Okay, so now we're going to add the mainly wet ingredients to the bowl. So we have the large batter bowl still. I have sort of whisked together my ingredients. So I've whisked together the dry ingredients. The next thing we're going to add is our egg, which I have in my 1 cup prep bowl. You can probably hear my dog behind you. He's breathing heavily, so he's really excited. He just came in from outside. So it's not a stalker behind the camera, it's my big dog. So we have 1 egg in here. I've just mixed it up in the little prep bowl. I love these little bowls. So eggs going in. Then our next ingredient is going to be our sugar. And so we have this mix and measure. I can't remember the name. I'm terrible with names. So one side is liquid, so you can put liquid in here. And then the other side is great because you just open up the tube, pull it down, and then you can use it as dry ingredients. This is really good if you want to push out butter or margarine or brown sugar. It just kind of pops it out like that. So I'm going to use it to measure my 1/2 cup of sugar. I'm just going to pour it right in here, really fancy like that. Very exact measuring I always do, especially with sugar. So that's going to go in there. Then I'm going to turn it over because the next ingredient is, I just need to check how much milk I'm adding. So 1/4 cup of milk. So I'm going to just flip it over and pour the milk in this way to my 1/4 cup line. There we go. So 1/4 cup of milk is going in. Then I also need 1/4 cup of water. Okay, 1/4 cup of water is going in as well. And then the last thing is our vanilla extract. So I'm putting in 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract to give it that nice sort of waffly taste. Here we go. So I'm just going to mix that up, and then I'll be right back to show you the beautiful puff waffle pan and how that works. Okay. Welcome back. So I've got my puff waffle pan preheating. Obviously it's not hot yet because my hand is on it, and that would be really, really hot and dangerous. But no, the burner is actually on. It's heating up, but I wanted to show you that you can use an oil spray, or you can use, so we have an oil spray from Pampered Chef. I prefer butter because I like butter and it tastes good and it browns things nicely. So I'm choosing to use butter today. So I'm just gonna brush the inside. I'm just gonna use this little silicone guy to go all sort of into the holes because it's a little bit tricky. I suppose there's probably some merit to using a spritzer for something like this as I'm watching this little guy dance around. Oh, that's not nice. But again, I like butter, so you know, I'm using this. So here we go. So I'm letting the puff waffle pan heat up for 3 minutes on my burner so it gets nice and hot. I have to close it to make sure that both sides are heated. And then I'll be back and I'll pour in the batter, and then I will explain a little bit about my goodness. I will explain a little bit more about how the actual waffle is made. Okay, we're back and we have the waffle pan heated up. I'm gonna open it up. It's on a little hinge at the back here. I'm just gonna rest it ever so securely on the utensils here. So I've measured out 3/4 of a cup into here because I didn't trust my pouring ability with the large batter bowl in case of an emergency. So I'm going to pour it in from here and fill up all the little holes. Okay. And then I'm going to use my mix and scrape to get the rest out because I don't want to waste all that nice batter that's inside. And then the fun part comes is we're going to close the lid and then we're going to flip it over and then it's going to squish it into all the nice little holes. And then we will cook it. Now they take, depending on your stovetop, mine is going to take a little longer than most because it's the flat top. It doesn't have super direct heat. So the first thing I'm going to do is flip it and then I'm going to allow that to cook and then we will be back with the finished product. Hey, welcome back. So we have our waffle that is ready. Whoa, look at you. And I'm going to use my little fork and I'm going to attempt to gently peel it out. I don't know how to do this, but I'm going to do it. Maybe I should be doing something different. Okay, I'm going to just like flop it over here. Ooh, we got a little bit in the pan. That's okay. I probably didn't get those buttered, but I can eat them. They're delicious. So there it is, our puff waffle pan in our puff waffle pan. Wow. Our puff waffle from our puff waffle pan. I'm Jen from Jen's Crazy Kitchen, and this has been another really slick operation. So thanks for tuning in. Ciao.